I have been always fascinated by the insanely grotesque, the incredibly weird, the bandersnatch, to use a Carroll term. And when it comes to corrupt politicians, it's not so much that I find them interesting, but I love the brazen and the stupid and the corrupt, and when there is a beautiful conflation of all of these. Now, the country, as you know, is gripped anentin regarding this kerfuffle between Madams MTG and AOC and Crockett, and you might think this really goes to show you a level of kind of a cosmic incivility, a detachment, a lack of decorum of the elected official, something that so transcends that which we normally believe to be usual that we're just shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the mayor of Dolton, Dolton, Illinois, and Thornton Township. She's some supervisor. The one, the only, the inimitable, the ineffable, the ineluctable mayor, America's super mayor, and perhaps the worst mayor, worst public official, worst anything in the history of humankind. I give you Tiffany A. Henyard.
The mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor. So I heard you guys was looking for me. If you looking for Tiffany Henyard, press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. So, what you want me to talk about? This or that? This and that? Or me? Tiffany A. Henyard. You pick. Put your questions in the comments, and I'm going to answer all questions. Just be respectful. If you disrespectful, I'm not going to answer it. Because remember, I got the tea with the receipts. Matter of fact, if you want the tea, get it from me. Go tell that.
I have absolutely no clue as to what she is talking about. She's got the tea. Whatever. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not a hep enough cat. But this is the woman who, by the way, who was more interested. And by the way, she makes either close to or at $300,000 a year. And the corruption is something you can't even comprehend. But it's this brazenness. It's this little girl, this immature, arrogant little girl who's living in the world of social media influencer. This is really what she wants to be. It has nothing to do with being a mayor, public servant to the good people of Dolton. It's to be this iteration of the star. Oh, you want more?
This is Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people.
I don't want to normally stop this. I like to hear this, but I want you to notice this one particular hand signal, okay? Tell me what this looks like with your right hand. Tell me what this reminds you of.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor. So, you guys doing a lot of snitching, and y'all went and got my site shut down. My Tiffany on the Move podcast. Tiffany Henyard on the Move podcast. Well, it's said that when truth speaks, everybody gets scared, and everybody.
Now understand something. She's speaking nothing about the problems, the usual citizen travails and concerns of this city. She's worried about the fact that somebody may have done something to either got her deplatformed or whatever on her podcast. And I'm not going to mention anything about pronunciation skills. I'm not. I'm not. I know what you're thinking. But I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'm not going to mention anything, even though the fact that she cannot pronounce her own name or say the word subscribe. I'm not going to do that because that's really, if you think about it, it's irrelevant. Doesn't serve any purpose. But let's get more of an idea of the flavor of Tiffany A. Henyard, not Tiffany B. Tiffany A. Henyard, lest you be confused with the other Madam Henyards.
Get them running. Well, just like I told you, if you want the tea, get it from me. And if you want to check me out, because I got other platforms, go to Spotify. And that way you'll see Tiffany Henyard on the Move podcast. Yes, Spotify. And
I just a second. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, what about if you get the T? Is it the truth? I don't know. But she has the receipts. And that's all that matters.
you can also go to Apple Podcasts, because those are different outlets to view all the content. And y'all asked me for the receipts, but I got the receipts right here.
Now, first of all, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. I'm just telling you ahead of time.
Nice, like I always do. Y'all asked for it, and I'm about to deliver. I got episode after episode after episode. Just
episodes, receipts, not a clue.
wait your turn. Yeah, your turn coming. Just wait. Y'all was doing all that talking. Y'all was doing all that lying. And I told y'all, stop lying on me before I start telling the truth on y'all. And that's what this is. Truth speaks right here.
Can you believe this?
Residents, community, nation, y'all gonna be shocked at the mess that's all around y'all.
You're going to be shocked at the mess that is around y'all. Because of her, or because the mess she's going to uncover, we'll never know, apparently.
But I want to educate people in my delivery.
And when it comes to education, there's nobody I think speaks more to the didactics and urban polity and political pedagogy than Tiffany A. Henyard, America's super mayor.
Of receipts that y'all thought I didn't have. I always keep my receipts. I mean, I do a lot of talking, or it may come out a little slower than norm, but I keep receipts. That way I can educate the world as what happens behind the scenes that y'all don't see. I don't like fake news, because fake news tell you one-sided narratives. They don't tell you the truth. Wow. As you can see, you saw that first one.
Wow.
First one was lit, wasn't it? It was off the chain. And the problem I got is, when they do it, it's cool. But when I do it, it's a problem. But this how I see it in my head. Play the video.
It's cool when they...
Okay. I don't know what that is. Now, you might say, well, what about her official capacity? Certainly, Tiffany A. Henyard has at least provided a platform for people to come forward and to deal with particular concerns that the citizenry and the electorate may have as to issues regarding Thornton Township and Dolton. And the best is to see Tiffany, America's super mayor, in action thusly.
It's veto power. So how dare you think you could come in someone's town and start working or doing something, even though we said something stating it's illegal. We cited the code and everything in here, and she will not be paid for services.
Now, I don't know if remember a while back, this might be of some help. Remember Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, Beetlejuice, was enlisted to investigate, to help out, to parse or to dissect the various issues, and that she might be referring to that. Basically, I'm not going to pay for somebody to come and investigate me, which I think, if you think about it, makes sense.
A lot of times, this board sells you off of fake news, which is they come out and they film.
She loves fake news. She and Mr. President Trump, I think, would certainly concur into the problems attended and associated with fake news.
Things, and they put our community in a bad light. You got somebody to ask.
Now this woman, I love.
This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace. If you won't step down,
we need to take our township back and put it in more capable hands.
Yes. Doesn't that say, isn't that something else? Doesn't that just say, and lest you, because immediately I know people are gonna say, oh, you're picking on her because she's a black woman. She's a powerful black woman. Fannie Willis did this. Jasmine Crockett just put something out that said that Marjorie Taylor Greene's references to her eyelashes are racist. Everything's racist. Well, as you will see, as I have plumbed the depths of this, If not, I don't know in terms of doing a roll call of the constituency, but a vast plurality, certainly of all those complaining against Tiffany A. Henyard, not Tiffany B, Tiffany A. Henyard, whose name, by the way, is plastered everywhere, emblazoned on every door and sign, and this is her vanity project. Now, this next particular piece is a very, sometimes I love, maybe it's the lawyer in me, somebody who's able to really cogently distill the particular issues that are before the public, and I think most effectively. Now, if you can see this, the quality of this is a tad grainy, but please notice how Tiffany A. Henyard, American super mayor, who has the receipts and the T. And if you want the tea, I got the receipts. Anyway, she looks to her left, talking to somebody, basically ignoring. This is childish petulance. This is jejune juvenescence. This puerility. In any event, watch the complete just indifference that the mayor has for her constituents.
Here from Dolton and everybody watching, she has no legal authority to do anything.
See Tiffany right there? She's just talking, yammering. It's like, I don't even hear this guy talking. I'm too busy.
It's a waste of time. She has a waste of time and money. It's going to cost you at least $30,000, and she has no subpoena power.
Yep.
She's getting paid $400 an hour.
I believe they're referring to a prior Chicago mayor, Lori Lightfoot.
$30,000 is 72 hours. She'll be done in 2 weeks. And then what is she going to find? That this woman that we all know she's corrupt is corrupt? She's going to ask Tiffany Henyard for documents that she's never provided to anybody else under FOIA, under law?
Still talking.
The Attorney General can't even get her to fork over documents. You think she's going to hand it over to Lori Lightfoot? She's not. Newsflash, she's not. Tiffany Henyard she has a police vehicle as her personal vehicle. That's against state law.
I love it.
State law. We should call the police right now and have them confiscate her vehicle. South Holland Police needs to confiscate her Tahoe because it has lights, it has a municipal police plate, and Thornton Township is not allowed to have, per state statute, is not allowed to have a police vehicle. And she's driving around in an illegal police vehicle. Probably the person driving is not even law enforcement, impersonating a police officer. You should be ashamed of yourself. 16,800 people watching, Mayor Henyard, Supervisor Henyard, whatever you want to call yourself, Crooked Henyard. And you don't even have the guts to see them, look them in the eye.
Yep.
You don't even have the guts because you're a coward and you're a tyrant. I've seen people like you before, but not on your level.
It's incredible. That's the thing. You find yourself kind of between, do I admire? Not admire, but you can't believe the detached, dare I even use this strong term, this psychopathic dissociation and disassociation and disassociation with reality. Now, finally, this incredible little montage, this vignette, a little bit of what she is about, and to show you yet again the level of just indifference. She does not care
what she wants to do.
None of them do the things that we do here.
We the only ones making sure y'all streets get paid, find ways to fix what is broken.
She is Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
But then they running y'all, say y'all this look fictitious story.
Would you like to just do an interview with me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, let's go. I mean,
In addition to leading Dolton, she also serves as supervisor.
Now you got to, by the way, please watch the names. How the names are everywhere. Everywhere, every door, everything you can imagine. The names are emblazoned with Tiffany A. Henyard. Tiffany A. Don't be confused.
Thornton Township.
you make almost $300,000 between your two elected positions.
Now listen, watch this. This is great. This is the lie. This is the flat out. This is just a lie. I do not. Look at the face. Look at the face. Look at that. I do not.
I do not. I don't know where you got that number from.
I don't know where you got that number from.
We got it from her own village and township records.
Well,
These are tax dollars.
So is the money being spent on village credit cards. WGN Investigates obtained copies of statements that reveal village officials have spent more than $24,000 at restaurants in just 1 year.
Now, by the way, you've got to understand this city is so, and I've been following this. There have been reports that city vehicles have either been confiscated or threatened to be confiscated for unpaid leases and like we're talking emergency, cop cars, things like that, things that need to be done to actually help constituents. I'm going to refer you, but before I forget, and I'm going to put this link up. This is a great piece from Fox 32 Chicago's Dane Placco. This is the documentary. I'm going to put this up. You will not believe this. And we owe everybody from Joe Biden to Jasmine Crockett to everybody, Fannie, name it, from Richard Nixon, every politician that you thought was corrupt, you owe an apology after you see this. But let's continue.
Including this Midlothian barbecue joint and a South Holland sub shop.
I've seen the same thing and more. You name it, they've done it.
Other questionable expenses include the streaming service Hulu, flights to Texas, Alabama, and Missouri, and hotel rooms in nearby suburbs, including Madison and Elk Grove Village, plus thousands of dollars spent at a hotel in downstate Pontiac.
My take is this: if they are going to something that's going to benefit the village, that's fine. But from my standpoint of view, these things don't benefit the village at all.
And then there are the trips to Las Vegas.
Love this. Watch this one.
Mayor Henyard and other top officials traveled to Sin City in May to attend a shopping center conference. It's unclear if it helped Dolton land any deals.
I think we know why she went.
Don't have a clue. We're all in the dark. Not only are the residents in the dark, but the trustees are also in the dark as well.
Now, let me just say something. I don't want to bring this up, but I'm anticipating something. You're gonna hear this is racist because you hear it all the time. It's part of the kata, part of the patellar reflex. I promise you, the vast number, the vast constituency, the vast litany and list of complainants are in fact African American. So this is not racially motivated.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Now watch this. This is the lie. This is, I don't even know what I'm lying about, and I don't even care. Prepare to be gobsmacked.
Those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
No
You don't know if
comment.
you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
Actually, yes. The credit card records do shed some light on tax dollars spent at several restaurants near the Strip, including Cafe Hollywood and Hot and Juicy Crawfish.
All right. Any other questions?
So you're not going to answer how taxpayer dollars are being spent? That seems odd.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered your question.
Don't you? This reminds me of Nathan Thurm. I knew that. What are you talking about? The Martin Short character. This is psychopathy.
You said you wouldn't answer about Las Vegas.
You asked me a question and I responded. So
I know
any
what
other
you're thinking.
questions you may have?
They may have signed up for a conference, but they never bring anything back. So we have no idea why they go to these trips.
Remember, we mentioned Henyard was also supervisor at Thornton Township. WGN Investigates obtained copies of that agency's credit card statements as well. They show township taxpayers also spent money on the Vegas trip on everything from steak dinners to hotels and $3,741.
Wow.
Just on Henyard's round-trip flight.
But I shouldn't have to sit up here and break all this down.
When trustees refused to pay a big block of bills this week, the mayor accused them of putting vital city services in jeopardy.
We need receipts to understand what's going on.
We couldn't help but notice
But she has the receipts. Don't you understand? She has the T whatever the hell that is, and the receipts.
The red hat perched in front of Mayor Henyard throughout the meeting. It's from the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, which, by the way, was apparently a stop on the Vegas trip. $303 billed to Thornton Township taxpayers.
We just feel lost, and we just want the powers that be to step in and say, hey, you know, something's got to give.
Is anybody else? I just want to be clear. Anybody else after that?
This again is fascinating on so many levels. Number one, the detachment, the disinterest, the I don't give a rat's ass attitude, the childish, immature, arrogant petulance. Nobody gets near that. I don't care. I don't care. You might have thought, and I might have thought, that the Biden administration, when it had Hunter make, finger paintings and sell them, and whether it's that or Fannie Willis lying, saying, we never had a relationship, when in fact they did. Just go down the list. And by the way, Jasmine Crockett and MTG, it might have been a bit obstreperous. It might have been a bit sometimes perhaps maybe discourteous and profane. But what they did not rise to the level of abject corruption. This woman, and by the way, the FBI, I think, is coming in. What's taking so long is unbelievable. And she doesn't understand. She's walking into a buzzsaw. But this is an example of the DC and Illinois, whatever, the political Karens, the self-entitled, the children who live in the world of Instagram and social media platforms, who want to be influencers, who don't have to abide by the rules, who live within that screen. Please watch this incredible documentary, which I will link. It's unbelievable. And as you watch her, you realize this is wrong at so many levels. I'd love to see what you think about this. Are we being unfair? Do you think Ms. Henyard, Tiffany A. Henyard, America's supermayor, do you think that we're just not understanding what she does? Do you think we're being just mean to her? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Is that what you're getting at? My friends, I ask you this very serious question. I ask you also to accept my thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And whatever you do, I ask you right now in particular to comment as you see fit.